Hey guys, John here and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 2 Career Mode. So, interesting story here. I did attempt to run this race with Morgan Shepherd's car, and it went real bad. Like real bad. I kept having a bunch of issues, and I restarted a few times, and then I was just really frustrated, and I just decided to just quit. And try again another time. And so it's a day later, and I thought, all right, let's give it another shot. And the offer has changed. It's no longer Morgan Shepherd's car. It's the 98 car. So we're not going to get to attempt to run for Morgan Shepherd. Maybe it's for the best. That car was a struggle to drive. This one could be too, because they both said 3 stars, although I find that hard to believe for the last one. But either way, we're going to head to Charlotte, and hopefully this is going to go better than my previous attempts were, because that was a nightmare. I will explain more once we get into the race, some of the nonsense that happened, but for now, let's just get there. Alright, here we are. Let's get ourselves qualified. Now, one thing I definitely learned from my previous attempts was that I did have some speed on the high side of the track, which was pretty cool. I made a lot of passes on the outside, and honestly, even as bad as that car was, I still felt like I was going to contend for 10th to 15th place. And honestly, at one point I was like, there's just a few laps to go. I was running 11th, I think, and a caution came out, and the guy in front of me just did not go on the green, white, checkered, and there was a big crash, which did not bring out a caution, and I was destroyed. Let's see what we qualified. 39th, which is probably last, I'm gonna assume. Yeah, okay, well, whatever. We're 3/4 of a second off of last place. Yeah. But yeah, so let's just tweak this out up here a little bit. But yeah, so basically after that it was just other random things, like a pit strategy that went wrong because the caution came out, and just all kinds of nonsense. But let's just hope that this race goes better, and that we can have a good finish. Okay. Alright, so trying to remember, I believe it's 10 laps in the first stage, yes, and we have 19 laps of fuel. So that leads to some interesting situations, or at least it did last time. We are 4 wide for last place. This seems unwise. What the frick? But yeah, so like I said, I did make use of the high side quite a bit. Oh, another thing that happened a few times was that issue where one person in a line doesn't go and it slows down the whole line. Not only was that, like I said, an issue with that crash I had on the green, white, checkered, but it's it also just affected just during the race randomly. It seemed like the inside line would be more affected by it, and I was able to gain a bunch of spots if I was able to dodge it, but one time I wasn't able to dodge it in time. It's kind of crazy when it happens, because everybody just stops in a line, and it can be a mess. Okay, so one thing I did learn about the high side is that it is fast, but trying to go 3 wide on the outside is not worth it. It's just way too dangerous. But the issue is that sometimes these guys can get boxed up, and so sometimes I can shoot the gap up through the middle and make something happen. So I think I want to say this car feels a little faster than Morgan Shepherd's, which, oh gosh, well, I'm sorry, Sieg. I want to say it does, which makes sense because, you know, Morgan Shepherd's got like 2 employees and some volunteers and some hand-me-down equipment. So the fact that they called it a 3-star team, I think, was a bit generous anyway. Either way, I think the best run up through I had was up to 25th at the end of stage 1, and it looks like we're definitely going to improve upon that. At least we have the ability to, I think. But I do love that we can make some passes on the high side. As I've mentioned before, it's one of my favorite things. It's just not present in a lot of the NASCAR games, honestly. So it's kind of cool that it's in this, at least at certain tracks. But, alright, we have 5 laps to go. I do believe we can crack the top 20 here. I mean, nothing crazy happens. And I'm going to be pretty happy with that. We've passed, basically, if we can get there, about half the field in stage 1. And then we'll see where things go from there. Okay, so another thing I should mention, as I way overdrive that corner, is that even if you wait and pit at the end of stage 2, you still can't make it on one more stop. There is definitely going to be another stop. And that was one of the things that smurfed me over, was an issue coming on the pit road. They called me for speeding when I didn't actually think I was speeding. But that made a lengthy pit stop. I went a lap down, and then a caution came out. So I still have a lot of trouble getting to pit road under green. You touch the brakes, and the car just jumps completely sideways, and that is that's kind of dumb. I don't really understand why that's a thing, but it seems to happen to me every single time. So anyway, I'm kind of bump drafting Joey Logano here. Since he was blocking my lane, I figured I might as well try to use him to get up through here, which is kind of working. Oh, excuse me, Bubba. Oh, that was almost a crash. I'm gonna have to back out of it there a little bit. You get touched on the quarter panel and you are in trouble. For sure. Okay, we're clear. I'm still going to stick to the high side, though. It does seem to be working pretty well for me right now. See, there's also a bad habit of the spotters say bottom's clear when you're not actually clear. Because I had that happen one time. He said bottom's clear. I moved down and got wrecked. So it was like, okay, so it's funny how it used to be the spotter was kind of delayed, like you would be clear, but he wouldn't say it for a couple seconds, and now it seems to be the reverse sometimes. He calls you clear a little before you are sometimes. I don't know if that's hitbox detection or what. Like, that one was fine, but sometimes not so much. Alright, so that's the end of the stage. We end up 18th. This car is definitely a little faster than the 89 for sure, which is understandable. But yeah, pitting here I really don't think makes much sense in the grand scheme of things. Actually though, I'm not going to do it. I considered it for one simple fact that I could get fresh tires and then take only maybe 2 next time, but honestly I think the track position is probably more valuable to us right now. Let's just not smurf it up. These restarts can be real janky. Some people just don't go. I'm staying tucked in right behind roads right now just because I think it's safer than than pushing it, and I accidentally get a run to the outside that I didn't mean to get. Oh, Joey Logano actually cut me a break. That's a miracle. All right, let's gather our thoughts here and just bring it in nice and smooth. Outside again, but yeah, 3 wide on the outside, bad idea. There's just not enough grip up there, and it's easy to get up in the wall, which is exactly what happened. Luckily, we didn't lose a ton. Oh my gosh, that was almost a big catastrophe. Got both of the I forget which team it is, but Rhodes and Chastain. Is it Johnny Davis? I think so. Anyway, maybe not. Point is, they're teammates. Alright. Guys are kind of making it difficult for me to do what I wanted to do. Just whenever they go to block or they're running the high line themselves, it makes it really impossible to do, you know, the line that I prefer. Didn't mean to really get into him there. I know, can't seem to get away from Harrison Rhodes right now. This is Brendan. I really need to be to the outside here. There we go. A nice run there. Hoping to have a clear run into this, but I do not. So I'm actually going to drop low here. I'll give a little nudge to Harvick, but I just wanted to get through there if possible and get clear, and it didn't quite happen. It's unfortunate. Okay, 5 laps to go. 5 laps of fuel, I think. Yeah. Anyway, point is, we should make it to the end of this stage, but we're not gaining as much in the way of positions as I was hoping we would. That rocky start didn't help, but I think we can crack the top 10 here, maybe, which would be super helpful. Super helpful. Don't get on the apron. Oh gosh, that's a bad decision to make. Do not get on the apron. Cannot reiterate that enough. That's a bad choice to make. Yeah, I overdrove the corner a little bit, and the car just decided not to turn at all. I'm just gonna protect the bottom here for now. I don't know if I'm actually going to get to that top 10 after all. Car's just not handling like I wanted it to. Oh! Algar off the pace. What's happening with him, but having problems. Yeah, this car just does not want to turn anymore. Oh. William Byron pitting. 2 laps to go. Wait, are we short on fuel? Let's watch that. Does that change to 1 lap before the end of this lap? Because that would be bad for us. See when it changes. I think we're fine though. Yeah, because it still hasn't changed. Still at 2. Now it's at 1. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, I tried to get past him there. Kind of overdrove it a wee bit. Really hoping to get in another spot there. I'm not gonna. Car's just not handling anymore at all. Whoa. What's going on with their cars? They're all like out of gas or something at the same time. Did you see that? They all started weaving. That was so weird. Alright, so we definitely have to pit. We have no choice in that. There's 29 laps to go, which means, of course, that we're going to have to pit with like 10 to go. I'm not going to repair, but I'm going to do all the other things. I think I might free this up just a little bit more. And We don't lose any spots. I'm pretty sure that unless you do something drastically different, the pit order is always going to be the same. I mean, even these guys are always going to be right where they were. Which is kind of strange. I'd like to see a little variety sometimes, but I'm going to take a chance. I got a really good run here. I'm going to drive it off into the bottom. Because right now the momentum is there, but Keselowski did not get going, and then I made contact with Brandon Jones, and now we've lost a bunch of spots, and yay. Excuse me. I drove it in way too deep. Sorry, Brennan. I'm not coming to pit road. Alright. Don't. Okay. Pitting now is not really going to help us, but I have to because I destroyed my freaking car. And this way we have a couple of laps extra fuel and a couple laps fresher tires, and frick me. That's all I can say about that. Alright. This is not what I wanted, you know. I wanted to keep my track position. But that's not gonna happen now, so. Alright, 22 laps to go, 19 laps of fuel, I think, unless it rolls over. Watch. Oh, it does roll over, so 18 laps of fuel. Let's be smarter about that. So 18 laps of fuel with 22 laps to go, right? Basically. So that means we'd have to pit with, to be safe, 5 laps to go. But we'll see what opportunities are afforded us. This is not going as well as I had hoped it would. But yeah. Yeah, you touch the grass, you're pretty much done. I had that happen in an attempt too. That's why I really don't like being on the inside, because it's real easy for that to happen. Oh, caution again. You know what? The frick, I'm already back here, right? Let's do it again. I'm gonna be the only one, but now I've gained a couple more laps of fuel. So why the frick not? Let's see how many laps to go that puts us at. And people didn't go. See that? Look at this. All because of the 4 car of Chastain. Alright. Oh my gosh, it's actually really close that we could make it on fuel maybe now. That's intriguing. I kind of want to try to make it now. Let's see when this rolls over and such. 17 laps. Oh, we got this, I think. Oh, except for freaking crap like that. Oh, darn fool idiots. Just freaking stop in front of you. I think I can make it on fuel and they will have to pit. So I really shouldn't push it. In fact, I should probably try to save fuel. 16, and when does this roll over? Right now. So we're like half a lap to good, if you can believe that. Now, I've had issues in the past where it said one thing and then I ran out anyway, so maybe that's not good enough, but... So what I'm basically hoping is that it goes green then now. Caution, sure we could get track position, but we're going to have them all right up on top of us again. If this plays out the way I think it will, they're all going to pit and I'm just going to have the track to myself, which would be beautiful. I really don't have to be chasing these guys down, but I guess as much time as I can gain as possible would be good, because they might just come in for a splash of gas. And then, so if I'm like way behind, which I'm kind of behind thanks to all the shenanigans at the start there. I don't know, just coming down pit road though, I should pass them all, no matter what they do strategy-wise. But like I say, a caution would make that not good, so I don't want to cause one, and I really have to hope that a phantom one doesn't come out. By phantom, I don't mean that it's just a fake caution, I just mean because there's no replays, we won't ever know what it is, which is frustrating sometimes. But I did catch these guys, and like I said, gaining a bit of time could be useful. I don't really think I can save fuel, quote unquote, anyway. Not in the way you could in older NASCAR games, but I guess let's find out. If it rolls over any sooner or later, we'll know something's different. I'm still pushing it pretty hard, all things considered. So let's see, it's still halfway down the straightaway. No, actually, I did save some fuel. Oh, holy crap. You can save fuel in this. That's interesting. Oh, God. See, this is why I shouldn't be racing these guys. Yeah, we have one lap to the good right now. Alright. That's good to know. It's really good to know. Tires aren't too bad, and yeah, they're all definitely 100% gonna have to pit. Now the question is, will there be any cautions? I really hope not. Why am I fighting these guys again? I don't know. It's just because I'm so much faster than them that it's, if I was to just ride behind them, I'd be losing a lot of time to the leaders. So, you know. Can't really just choose to ride behind them is what I'm getting at. And I think it's safer to go in to the outside because I don't want to clip the apron or the grass. However, I don't know. Washing up into the wall, though, or getting clipped in the quarter panel, those are bad things for me, too. Okay. Nice and clean there. We're sitting 24th. Let's just double check this. 8 to go. And when does it roll over? Because we might have gained even more, actually. Yeah, we're like 1 1/4 laps to the good now. Assuming that can be believed, of course. So even though we're gaining time, we're saving fuel. So that's good. Man, I really hope they all start pitting soon, because how could they make it? They didn't pit, and they definitely couldn't make it, right? So I pitted, what was it, 3 laps into this, or whatever, I don't know. A few extra laps, basically, in after they did, and I'm only just making it, so they've gotta have to, right? They should be like 3 or 4 laps short. Are they gonna literally wait until 3 or 4 to go? Or did they somehow miraculously save enough fuel? Those people are so far down this road, it looks like they're planning to pit. But I've seen them do that so many times where they just take that insane low line through there for no reason on the straightaway. Aha! People are pitting. Beautiful. Oh, this is great. This is so good. I should just watch this screen because the running order is really not that important right now. see my position in the top right anyway. Okay, so they might be pitting or just running the low line. Hard to say. Probably pitting though, I assume. Just hit 6 to go right there. And it's 4 to go. Oh, I have so much extra fuel. I'm also lapping people, although they will have probably fresher tires, I assume. I assume they took at least 2 tires. Be real careful. Oh, Joey Gaze. I had an issue with him last time too. It seemed like he was out to get me almost, even though there's no rivalry in hot seats. Alright, we're 15th. There's more people on pit road. 12th. And there's putting Joey Logano a lap down right there. So Gaze is hanging with me, so he definitely has fresher tires. Oh boy. When is everyone else gonna pit? Some more. How many am I gonna be up to there? I'm up to 7th. 7th with 2 laps to go. Alright, Gaze is gonna be a problem, isn't he? Let's see. Okay, there's still these guys that haven't pitted in front of me. I may have to let Gaze go. Wait, is that that? Is that them? All of them? No. It's not all of them. This is the last lap, and I'm not leading. Harrison Rhodes and Kevin Harvick did not pit. How did they make it on fuel? I don't understand. How did they work this strategy too? They didn't pit. I was the only one who pitted during those things. Unless they're on pit road right now, which would be amazing. Nope, somehow they pulled it off. Wow. Well, we were denied a win. I thought we had that in the bag on the strategy, but somehow they did it too, and yet they didn't pit, so I don't know how they did it. But, honestly, I came in here wanting a top 10 finish. It's legend difficulty, no assists, 3-star team. I wanted a top 10 finish, and I finished 3rd. So I can't feel too bad about that. I'm just a little curious as to how they pulled that off. It's very confusing, but Harrison Rhodes wins a race too, by the way. He held off Harvick on that strategy. That's crazy. But good for him, I guess. Yeah. Alright. Well, I mean, this doesn't really mean anything for us because we're not really eligible. Fastest lap, William Byron. Most laps led, Ty Dillon. Didn't really work out for those guys. On the move, that's me. Oh, man. And, of course, Algar had the tough break. All right. Nice job. We'll keep you in mind. Achievement unlocked. Pro. Nice. All right. What's next for us? Our next truck race. And they want to do the incentive thing. And honestly, I would rather not have that insane pressure to win all the time, so that I end up doing awful things like wrecking teammates. Plus, we're going to a couple of places I'm not great at. So I think I'm going to pick this one. 3 top 5s, all 5 top 10s, and lead a lap once. So Yeah, I thought about this one, but qualifying top 15 is probably impossible because sometimes, I mean, that's just all there is to it. You can't qualify well most of the time, in fact. So I think I'm going to go for this one. Takes the pressure off of trying to win 4 races out of 5 attempts. So, yeah, I'm going to pick normal. So, yeah, it looks like we'll be heading to my least favorite track, although I did find that I didn't do so badly here last time. We'll be heading to Dover, driving our truck for Nemco, and trying to further our cause of winning the truck championship. If you guys have enjoyed, hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe if you're new to join the Wolfpack, and I'll see you next time. Bye.